Welcome back to Sin City Prepping. Today, we're talking about water. I don't think I really need to explain how important water is to us, and there are probably hundreds of videos on YouTube that show how to store water. So instead, I'd just like to share a few things that we're doing that seem to work for us. Water and food were the very first things that we started to prep. And if you know me, I like to have a dual purpose for everything. So if I can use it today and I can use it as a prep, that makes it that much more valuable. The Berkey fits in that category. It's something that can filter and purify water for us down the road, and we can use it today as well. Let's check it out. This is the Berkey. It's a gravity-fed water filter. They actually call it a purifier. And inside it has up to 4 charcoal filters. We just run it with 2, and then it has plugs in the other spot. And then you have the option of adding 2 fluoride filters, which we use to actually go in the bottom. And then as it filters, it goes down into the reservoir. So we use this filter every day for our water. It's interesting, if you go to their website, you'll find a link that shows you all the contaminants that are in your water in your area. Now, unfortunately, the price of a Berkey has doubled since we bought it. So we dug around through the internet and we were able to find a way to make a poor man's Berkey. And so what we've done is we've prepped a bunch of buckets, which really could be used for anything. We have filters and spigots, and so we can make our own Berkey. All you need is 2 buckets with their lids, your filters that you're gonna use, and then a spigot. Now, we just keep these all wrapped up, but really all you're gonna do is you're gonna drill a hole down through the lid and the bottom of the bucket, and your filter is gonna go in there. You could put as many as you wanted. And then you'd also drill a hole in the bottom here, and you could add a spigot. So like I said, we stock a bunch of these. Never know if our family will need them, if we'll end up needing them, but it's the filters we can always use in our own Berkey, and the buckets you could always use for something else if we didn't end up making a Berkey out of them. Depending on your water source, you may need to purify it before you're able to drink it. That's why in our go bags, we keep a water purification kit. Now remember, the dry bags that we use for our clothes and our go bags can also be used to hold water. If you're able to find a water source, it can be a dangerous place. So you want to be able to collect your water and get away from it as quick as you can. Inside of our kits, we have several bags of just emergency water. We have a Sawyer Mini, which are very easy to use. You're just gonna fill this pouch with water, and then it has an arrow of which way your flow is. You screw it on, take the top off, and you'll be able to drink right out of it. Now, if you don't have this bladder any longer, it also comes with a straw, which you could put on the bottom here, and it could go into a water bottle or a different type of, any other type of water container that you have, and you'll be able to drink right out of it. If it ends up getting plugged up, you have a big syringe that you just use to fill with fresh water, and you're going to push water back through the other side. We also keep some Aquimira solution, and these will purify up to 5 gallons of water. And that's it. No matter how dependable your water source is, you may be forced to leave it behind. And that's where portable water storage comes in handy. We used to use the jerry can style, which work really great for camping. They have a gasket lid so they don't leak. But what we're now switching over to are these 5-gallon portable water jugs here. They come as you can buy them as a kit. I got a bunch of the 30-gallon kits. They come with all the lids for them. Let me show you what they have. Come with a lid for each one, and a couple spigots, as well as the water treatment and strap wrench that just tighten and loosen your lid. Now, if you're gonna use these, if you're gonna use the spigot, you end up having to cut this out or drill it out when you use it, and then this will screw in. And also for your bleeder, they haven't drilled the hole. And so you'd either have to punch that or drill it out when you decide to use it. They can stack these up to 5 feet high, which makes it easy. They have little locks on them so they don't fall over. So this is what I'm switching over to. So real quick, before I show you how I treat our water, I'm gonna show you a couple of different things that we have here as well. So this is the Aquimira brand. These are the same thing that I keep in our go bag in that water kit. They're just still packaged. This is what came with that 30-gallon kit, and I'm gonna set these aside. This is the same thing, except they're bigger bottles, and these are used to treat 60 gallons. So if you had a 55-gallon jug, this would be great for that. You just take the whole bottle of each, put them in a glass, let it mix, then you're gonna pour it into your 5-gallon barrel, shake it up really good, and it's good for 5 years. The nice thing about these is it prevents all that slime and junk from forming inside your container. This is a different brand, it's potable Aqua. The nice thing about this, it's reusable. So it has a little solar panel here, and then also has a USB charger. The way this works is just off salt and water. So it makes a brine. You're gonna pour it into this chamber. When you hit start and you decide how much water you're gonna treat, then create a solution that you'll be able to pour into your water and it'll treat it. It makes chlorine dioxide the same as this, it's just a different process. So this is a little bit more expensive to start, but in the long run, it's way cheaper than buying a bunch of these and doing 5 gallons, where I can do 5 gallons with this. So I'm gonna show you how this works here in just a second. This is how it works. So in the very top, you have 2 reservoirs that you can fill with table salt. If you overfill it, you can't close it, and that tells you that you put too much in. So you're gonna open one of these, and you're gonna dump it into the bottle that they send. Then you fill it up with water all the way to the neck. They're gonna shake it up and let it dissolve. And this is your brine solution. So once it's all dissolved, you're gonna open up this chamber and you kind of lock it out of the way because you don't want it to touch it when the reaction's taking place. This is your chamber, and they say it's about 50 drops or until it's full. So I've counted it out, and I've also just filled it, and it's about the same. So we're gonna fill this until it's full. Now you don't wanna overfill it because during the reaction process, this will actually start bubbling. Then you're gonna pick how much water we're treating. We're gonna do 5 gallons, which is also 20 liters. So you click through till you get to 20. That's what we want. Click and hold. You're gonna see it start bubbling right away. Now you don't wanna get this on you. You don't wanna breathe it in. Give it some room. And it's gonna take about 6 minutes for it to finish. Since we're doing 20 liters, it's now gonna blink. It's saying that it's half done. So we have to actually do this twice. On the other ones, if we did a smaller amount, it would be done. We would just add it to the container and then we'd be done. But this is the largest amount, so we're gonna have to do it twice. So be careful with this, you don't get it on you. And then you just pour it in. Like I said, we have to do that one more time. All right, it's done. Let's get it in there too. So now this is treated. We're gonna shake it up really good. We get some of the water, put it on the threads here, and they say this is good for 5 years. That's all I have for you today. I hope you got something out of this. As you can see, there's a lot of different ways that you can treat your water. I didn't even get to the iodine tablets. They taste horrible. I'll post a link in the description to the items that we use. I'd love to hear how you guys are treating and storing your water. Drop a comment down below. As always, stay safe and keep prepping. Thanks. other nasty bugs.